Welcome, beautiful soul. My name is Jolie Wilson, owner and founder of Full Circle Yoga School. We'll step right into this opening practice. I invite you to come to a seat cross-legged on your mat. If you have tightness in your hips or thighs, sit on a bolster or a couple of pillows, anything that will elevate your hips so your spine can be straighter and you have more ease. Bring your hands to your heart center, press thumbs to heart, heart to thumbs. Gently close your eyes, move inward into your inner landscape. Observe the map of your bones. Notice your breath. And begin Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi breath translates to upward rising or victorious breath. If you aren't familiar, open your mouth, make an HA sound. Now make this same sound with your lips closed. Keep this gentle constriction as you inhale, making this sound. This breath does take some practice if it's brand new. If anything, just breathe fully and deeply through your practice and you will be successful. Ujjayi breath makes your muscles more malleable from the practice. It reduces injuries. It warms the inner body. And it also clears away stagnant energy and helps prana, life force energy, move through your nadis, all of your energy channels. Continue this breath, release your hands to your thighs. Begin moving in a full circle, one direction. Continue with your Ujjayi breath or full deep breathing if that's what you need today. As you move in this circle, widen your circle with each rotation. Move into more space. This class is about opening and expansion while feeling rooted and grounded. So feel your sits bones rooting into your mat or whatever it is you're sitting on, and feel that rootedness and groundedness giving you the space to rise upward and open. Other direction with your circles. Again, you can put your head into it, chin to chest as you come back, creating as much space, making your circles as wide as possible. Hopefully you are feeling something already. Ujjayi breath. Remember, this is a breath practice. It's a moving meditation. What you do with your body is secondary to breath, presence, and awareness. Come back to center. Inhale, arms rise up overhead. Exhale, gentle twist to your right. Left hand to right thigh, right hand behind. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, twist deeper. 2 more breaths. One more. Back through center, other way. Right hand to left knee. Left hand behind. Inhale, grow tall. Exhale, twist deeper. 2 more. Beautiful. Back to center. Bring your hands back to your heart. Close your eyes. Tune into your intention. Why are you here, or what is it you are actively creating and choosing in your life? Beautiful. Make your way onto your hands and knees. Moving through 3 cat-cows, hands directly underneath your shoulders, knees directly under your hips. Inhale, let your belly melt toward your mat, shoulders away from your ears. Press your chin forward, look up and back. Now exhale, belly to spine like a Halloween cat's arch. Open across the back of your heart space, your center of self-love. Beautiful. 2 more. Inhale, look up, shoulders back, chin forward, working your optical nerve by looking up. Exhale. 1 more. Inhale. Exhale. Tuck all 10 toes underneath as you come back to a neutral spine. This is so important. Our feet are the support of our entire frame and body. Shift your hips back toward your heels. I have 2 options here for you. This may feel very intense. You may stay here. You can walk your fingertips forward and melt your head toward the mat. Or if you'd like, you may even come back onto your heels. It's called screaming toe pose for a reason. And bring your thumbs to your heart, heart to your thumbs. Ujjayi breath. Beautiful. Release your hands back to the mat. Walk back out. We're going to come into a plank. Before we do that, root your hands down into the mat. Widen all of your fingers like a starfish. Slightly rotate your hands out. Now bring your thumbs in slightly and energetically hug your thumbs and your pinkies toward each other. Press down into the index finger and thumb mound. You should feel a bit of a rooting and almost a suction cup-like feeling. Now step both of your feet and legs back into plank. Be mindful that you aren't sinking. Push the earth away from you. This should already feel challenging. Thighs are engaged. Heels are extending backward. Face is fluid and relaxed. Ujjayi breath. Inhale on your next exhale. Do not move your hands and feet. Press up and back. Downward facing dog. Feet are hip width apart. Now draw your armpits toward each other, eyes of your elbows. Rotating forward, draw your belly up and in. If you wish, you can feel free to pedal out your heels one at a time, pressing one heel deeper into the mat and then the other. Ujjayi breath. One more. Beautiful. Come down onto your knees. You can stay facing this direction. I'm going to face toward you so you can see this better. We're moving into gate latch pose for a lateral bend in your spine. So extend your right leg out, straight out to the right. And your right hand will slide down your thigh as your left arm extends up and over. Ujjayi breath. One more. Inhale, rise, other side. Left hand now comes down to the mat. Right arm extends out. Extend your fingertips on the outer edge of your foot away from each other. So you should be feeling a deep opening through the entire side of your body as well. Inhale, rise. We're simply changing sides. Other side, left leg extends out. Left hand comes down as the right arm extends over. Ujjayi breath. You can always look down if you have any neck or shoulder tension. Beautiful. Inhale, rise. Right arm comes down, left arm up and over. Extend the outer edge of your foot and fingertips in opposite directions. Ujjayi breath. Good. Inhale, rise. Come back onto your hands and knees. Let's tuck our toes. Remember the hands, it's called Hasta Bandha, starfish hands. Press down, energetically hug pinkies and thumbs together. Tuck your toes, lift up and back. Downward facing dog. Walk your feet up to your hands. Take a forward fold. Knees can be very generously bent, resting your belly and chest on your thighs. Or you can straighten your legs any amount. If you feel comfortable here, perhaps hands come to opposite elbows for what is called ragdoll. Allow yourself to hang. Your spine is now lengthening and cascading over and down toward the floor like a waterfall. Ujjayi breath. Release your hands to the mat. Step back into plank. This one is a little challenging for some people. We're going to go knees, chest, chin to the floor and hold. Lower your knees, your toes are tucked. Now your elbows are going to, the eyes will face forward. As you bend your elbows, the inner arms literally paint the sides of your ribs as you lower your chin and chest to your mat. Belly draws in. Hold this. Right now, you have 4 corresponding arches. Stay and breathe. Ujjayi breath. You have 4 corresponding arches in the soles of your feet, the back of your knees, your lumbar spine, and your neck. Very important for the integrity and structural alignment of standing and walking. Inhale, press forward onto your belly. Release and tent your fingertips out, side of your mat, forehead to the mat. Legs are active, thighs are engaged, and knees are up off the mat. Inhale, begin with your right shoulder, rise up. Exhale, right shoulder melts down toward the mat first. Good. 2 more. And then start from the other direction, left shoulder first, followed by the right. A bit of a snake-like movement. Using breaths, legs are engaged. Release the hands as you release your forehead directly under your shoulders. Push the ground away, lift your upper body, come into a child's pose, wide-legged child's pose, knees move to the edges of your mat, big toes come to touch. Shift your hips back toward your heels, walk your arms forward. Release your forehead to the mat. If this is difficult, you can release your forehead to a pillow or a block. You don't have to come as far back with your hips. Breathe the Ujjayi breath. Again, moving laterally in the spine. Walk your hands over off your mat to the right, left hand on top of right. Shift your left hip back and away. Feel this deep opening in the left side of your body. Walk your hands back through center over to the other side. This time, right hand on top of left. Right hip drawing back and away. And back to center. Inhale, rise onto hands and knees. Bring your knees directly under your hips. We're moving into what is called camel pose. So your hands can support you in different ways. They can be here as if you are placing your hands in the back of your jeans pockets. If you have flexibility in your wrist, fingers can point up. Press your hips forward. If you need a little bit more balance, tuck your toes, and this will help. This is called camel pose. We're opening through the heart space. Inhale, lift. Exhale, press the hips forward. Remain here, or maybe you reach back for one heel or both heels. And again, tucked toes is optional. 3 more breaths wherever you are. You come out, hands come back to your hips if you took the fullest expression. We'll now take child's pose again, this time knees together, ankles, feet together, arms alongside the body, forehead melts to the mat as your shoulder heads also melt down to the ground. Inhale, rise. Have a seat. Bring the soles of your feet together. Cobbler's pose. They can be close to you. They can be farther out. Again, this is a great opportunity to sit on a bolster block or some folded blankets. Open your feet like a book as best you can. So take your thumbs, open them up. As you do this, take a few moments to massage your feet. Your feet have 26 bones, and I think it's 30 something ligaments. These are so important. Everything in the upper body is affected by our feet. And as we age, if we aren't doing things like yogic practices, things begin to harden and calcify, and they affect everything. Even our organs are affected by the quality and movement of our feet. Inhale, lift through your heart space. We are taking a forward fold. It can simply be here. You can have your hands on your thighs, helping press them back and down, or perhaps you extend forward and your elbows hold your thighs down as you come a bit deeper. Breathe. Ujjayi breath. Upward rising, victorious breath. Upward rising because our energy is always rising through our body, through our energy system. Inhale, right. Cross your right leg over your left. Now, if you're a runner, this can be very difficult for people, or if you are just really tight in your hips, so that's okay. It might look something like this. I have literally seen people where getting this foot over is a big ordeal. Now, we're not forcing anything, so do not force. Only if you can somewhat easily cross this foot over do you want to do this. If possible, stack your hips, right knee over left. This is a hip opener. So for a lot of people, just being here is going to be enough, and they may put their hands here on their upper knee and close their eyes and breathe. If you have space to fold, inhale. And as you exhale, begin to walk forward. We are going to stay here for 1 minute. Bow your chin to your chest, or release your head all the way forward, possibly even onto a block. Wherever you are, we're already 10 seconds in. Ujjayi breath. Both sits bones are rooted firmly and evenly into the mat. Always okay to sit on something in these practices. Sometimes hip openers bring up a lot of emotions, sometimes grief, sometimes anger or frustration, whatever you are feeling and experiencing, breathe through it. Send breath to it. Try not to ignore or run away. Just be with what is present. Send breath to sensation. Beautiful. Moving to the other side. Inhale, rise. We'll change the cross of our legs. Cross left leg over right. You will notice our hips are not the same. One will feel probably noticeably tighter than the other. So again, as much as you can bring the same balance and position to this side, prepare both sits bones rooting into the earth. Maybe you are here. Maybe you fold forward. Ujjayi breath. We're already 10 seconds in. All you need to do is breathe. Remember, breath is the only goal. The breath takes you out of your sympathetic nervous system, which is the fight or flight, and it kicks on your parasympathetic nervous system, which is the rest, release, restore, digest. So just by practicing Ujjayi breath, you are incredibly benefiting every system of your body, improving and bettering your immune system, aiding your digestive system. Everything benefits through breath. It's the only goal. The things with your body will come in time. Inhale, rise. This time, extend your legs out to both sides. I know this is really difficult for some. Again, sit on anything to elevate your hips. If you need to have your legs in a very close V, that is fine. Any amount is great. From your pelvis, tip forward. This is where the elevation helps. And again, fold forward any amount. We're going to stay here, flex your feet, turn them back, and breathe. Good. Walk your hands back, bring them together, and come back to a downward facing dog. So again, hands are rooted into the mat in Hasta Bandha. Tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog. Walk your feet up to the center of your mat. Exhale, take a forward fold, wrap around for opposite calves or ankles. Release, inhale, belly is engaged as you scoop your arms up, out, overhead, and down to your heart center. So Vrikshasana, tree pose. Root into your right foot. And remember, with the video, I might be backwards. Your left foot comes either to the mat, to your calf, never the knee, or perhaps you grasp the ankle, bring your inner foot and inner thigh pressing into each other. Left hip presses forward, knee presses back, hands at your heart center. Tree pose. If you need to, you can have a chair here and hold on to the chair as you learn to balance. Many of us know tree pose. Many of us are doing it for the first time. Express your tree. You may just stay here. Now, pick one focal point. Eye gaze straight out ahead of you. Pick a point that's not moving. Keep your eyes fixed on that spot and keep your hands where they are, or bring them out or even overhead. Beautiful. Other side. Release, left foot now roots into the earth, right foot either to the mat at the ankle, calf, or inner thigh. Foot and inner thigh press into each other. Right hip presses forward, right thigh rotates out. Lengthen as if you're zipping up an overstuffed suitcase. Zip up the center line of your body, shoulders back and down. You are literally a tree with roots deep into the earth as the crown of your head extends up. Breathe. Express your tree in any way you feel called. Remember your drishti, your focal point. When you steady and still your eyes, you steady and still your mind. Amazing. Release your tree. We're coming into Malasana, a squat. Bring your toes to the edges of your mat, heels in. Release your hands to your mat if you need to. Lower your hips. Some of you may need to be here and support it. You should feel this in your calves. Heels can melt down. If you need to, roll up the back of your mat or fold it up and place your heels on the mat if you need support because your heels are not touching. Good. Release, have a seat. We're going to do boat pose, which is a little bit of abdominal work. Release your hands, chest stays lifted. Sit back so that your abdominals engage. You can stay here breathing. Many of you know boat pose. You can lift one leg and hold and then lift the other. Or you can come into boat pose. Just as long as you're breathing and chest is lifted, if you wish, you can take the full expression. Good, and release. We're coming all the way onto our backs now. Laying all the way down. Hug your right knee into your chest. Left leg is long. Left hand takes your right knee across your body. Right arm extends out. Gaze out to your right. Good. Unwind. Hug your right knee into your chest. Switch. Hug your left knee in, right leg long. Inhale as you exhale, right hand takes your left knee across your body. Open up your left arm and breathe. Should feel amazing. Unwind, hug your left knee into your chest, give it a squeeze. Release, bend both knees hip width apart, arms alongside your body, fingertips grazing your heels. Inhale, lift your pelvis up off the mat. Stay here or rise into wheel pose if it's in your practice. Hug your shoulder blades underneath if available. Interlace your hands, press your arms down. Slowly release, unwind your shoulders. Heel toe your feet to touch, knees fall out to the sides. Bring your index fingers and thumbs to touch in a diamond shape. This is called triple diamond mudra. Keep your elbows bent. Release your hands and your elbows up over your head. So your body is now making 3 diamond shapes with your legs, your arms, and your hands. Mudra means seal or intention. In this case, the intention, the seal is opening. Close your eyes. I invite you to remain here as long as you wish. Or if you are ready, you move into Shavasana. Final rest pose. You can take the entire Shavasana here in this triple diamond mudra. You are encouraged to do that. At any time, if and when you need, you'll extend your arms straight by your sides, palms facing up. Extend both legs out on the mat, hip width apart. Pinky toes melting outward and downward to the earth, where you completely let go into Shavasana. You can take this at any time, or again, stay in triple diamond mudra. We're just now at the 30-minute mark. I'm going to sing the Gayatri mantra to you, which is the oldest known mantra in yoga, 2,500 to 3,500 years old. It is said to contain all of the knowledge of the universe. It is a prayer of sorts of gratitude towards the magical powers of transformation, self-realization, and growth. I invite you to stay if you need to go. I understand this will take a few more minutes if you have the extra time today. Thank you for practicing with me. Allow yourself to be held in this space. Practice stillness. Let go of any control of your breath now. Eyes are closed. Allow your body to receive all the benefits of the practice. This is the most important time of our yoga practice. Urva Swaha Asya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yona Prachodayat. Namaste, yogis. Thank you for sharing in this practice in this sacred space. I'm full of emotion because I know everyone who is tuned in here today. I see you, I feel you. There are so many people here that I love, so many new friends and connections, and I feel. Thank you. A beautiful day. May you receive all the benefits of the practice, and may you be free. Namaste.